It's a beautiful morning, and I feel like live streaming, cause Polkadot Parachains are gonna go live soon. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to yet another live stream. Here with your boy Francis, also known as the Crypto Lifestyle, right here on YouTube. It's a wonderful time to be a crypto fanatic because it appears that the Polkadot Parachains are about to go live pretty much any day now. I would have to say within about a 2 to 3 week span at most. Right? So very exciting stuff, guys. Look, what you can expect from this live stream is a bunch of knowledge that you could walk away from, knowing that you have that information at hand, that you can make the right decision in regards to the dot parachains. As you know, or maybe you don't know, you just come across this channel, you just come across this live stream, we've picked the Kusama crowd loans in order, in concession, and we will play that clip for you. It's only 1 minute long, because I know how it is in this space. I know how it is. I get it. We got short-term memories. Okay, we forget a lot. But luckily for you, I'm the man who has tomorrow's newspapers today. And I'm going to show you guys something on that front. And by the way, we also have one Moon River token to give away to a very lucky participant. We'll do that before I start the presentation. And yeah, I want to show you guys a clip. And then we're going to dive into my computer. I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to drop that knowledge like we always do. All right, guys, how does that sound? Let me know in the live chat. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comment section as well. And who do we got here? Yeah, the TCLers are about to bombard this place here, just storming the live chat. How's it going, guys? I see you guys. We got Thomas here. We got Vince. What's up, Vince? Thank you for joining us on such short notice, 20 minutes in advance. We got who else here? Shan Vav. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. We got Poof Cop. What's up, bro? Thank you for joining. The Silver Dollars always representing. Drew's always representing. We got everybody here for the most part, man. You know, for those who are just joining us, well, hey, what can I tell you? You are in time. You're in for a treat. You're in for some value, a bit of entertainment from the man who pretty much knows his ish. Okay, guys? Now, look. Who remembers this right here, right now? And by the way, we are in 4K. If you want the most premium quality picture ever, you might want to adjust your settings in your phone. Hit the 3 dots at the top. Go to advanced. Choose 2160. If you're on the laptop, pretty much same thing. You might have to hit an advanced button, but you want to see this live stream in 4K. You could do that by following those instructions. Okay, now check this out, guys. Look what we got right here. 1 year ago, look at the very top. Buying DOT anywhere in the $3 range is like stealing candy from a baby. Okay, that was a year ago. And the price was about $3.83 at the time. I got it about like $3.90, something like that. And the reason why I bring this up here, ladies and gentlemen, is because we're not buying DOT for it to go up like any other crypto and be like, all right, I made some gains. Let me go and sell it. All right. No, we bought DOT for this very moment. And this moment has finally arrived, it appears, okay, within the next 2 weeks. Okay, so cool. We got that out of the way, right? So when we get to the presentation side, I'm going to share with you guys something, right? So again, this presentation is going to be for the people who are actually interested in both. Maybe, you know, the price going up. Obviously, when Moon River started to pop off, I think it went to like $500 plus. It's at about $340 right now. Market's kind of tumbled. Everybody wanted to find the next Moon River. So I could share some insights with you, okay? But if you also want to use it for something far more better than that, in my opinion, well, then we're going to talk about the utility cases and, you know, a little bit of that, okay? So if you're in it for the utility or if you're in it for that, you know, to bank that coin, well, hey, you know, I got the right information for you, okay? So let me give away this Moon River. Now, we did a live stream about 4 days ago, maybe 5 days ago, and I said whoever answered a particular question correctly, it was the definitions of a collator and a couple other ones, okay? So we're going to check that out. And who does the winner go to? Okay, let's see. The winner is Magic Beaver. Congratulations, Magic Beaver. And he says, collators, they assemble the parachain blocks and present them to the validators to get them accepted or not onto the main blockchain. And I will have to actually just kind of zoom up. Sorry about that, guys. And he also stated that how parachain, it's a custom gear that connects to the main principal gear relay chain. It can be any type of DApp or specialized blockchain. It can communicate to any other one that is also connected to the relay chain. Very well said. Bridges, They cross over a different blockchain to the Polkadot Kusama blockchain. Example can bring ERC20 tokens to substrate-based tokens to be used within the Polkadot ecosystem. And I like how you put that bicep there. It's actually pretty suiting for this live stream because what are we all about? Mad gains. So congratulations to you, broski. You won. I know you are in our chat as well. So please, you can hit up Thomas, give him your your address there, and I will be most certainly happy to send you your one whole unit of Moon River. All right, guys. Okay, cool. Now look, what is TCL talking about? Reminding y'all. I guarantee you can't find not another person other than myself. You can't find someone else other than me that picked the crowd loans. Okay, 2 days in advance before, even one Kusama was collected. Okay, they just said, hey, okay, Kusama Parachain is going to go live, guys, get ready. And what did I do? I made a nice short video telling you guys which ones you might want to look into, but which ones I think are going to get it, because just because projects apply for this Parachain doesn't mean they're going to get it, right? You will get back a refund, yeah, and all that stuff. We're going to get into that too right after this short video, but it's like, all right, cool. You might as well didn't even pitch nothing in. Just keep your damn dots then, or just continue staking. So you got to pick the right one that's going to get it, and a couple other things. Now, these are for the people who don't know me. Again, you can't find any other single YouTuber who picked them 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, okay? Who was going to secure a Parachain slot. If you can, I'll give away another Moon River. If you can show me a video before the results, or not even results, before one Kusama was collected, I will give away another Moon River or 2. Oh shit, I'll give away 5. I'll give away 5 Moon Rivers. If you can find another person on YouTube that aired that video before me or before the Kusama was collected. All right? Not the results, but before they commenced the Parachain. All right? That's on me. Now check this out, guys. Let me see here. Okay, this should work okay. So pay attention. Shit, hold on. I gotta press play. Top 4 Kusama crowd loan projects your ass should get in order. Number 4, Bifrost. Bifrost has their Web3 grants in check and is known for staking liquidity. They also has an astounding Telegram chat of 58,000 members, which is very important when trying to secure a Parachain slot, and for these reasons, I love me some Bifrost. Number 3, Shiden. Shiden is a sister chain to the Plasm network, which is one of the first movers in the DOT ecosystem. They also were the first to connect to the Polkadot testnet, and for these reasons, I love Shiden's chance of getting a slot. Number 2, to the Moon River. Moon River is a sister chain to Moonbeam, but much more important than that is, they allow Ethereum-based smart contracts to be compatible to the Polkadot network. This will drive tons of traffic to Polkadot, and Parity just loves traffic. For this reason, I love Moon River's chances. Last but not least, number 1 is Karura. Enough said.
Looking for a lifeline in these tough times?
I don't care who you are. You can't find this shit anywhere. Now, it's one thing for me to just say that, right? Oh, number 4, Bifrost. People who don't know me are like, okay, well, that's cool. Well, let's take a look at this, guys. Like, this is crazy. This is nuts. This is harder than predicting the price of Bitcoin. Okay? And Tia is not going to help you for this, because I just did not even a trifecta in horse racing. It's like whatever the top 4 is. Top 3 is trifecta. I just did a quadruple factor. All right? Now check this out. This is from the official Polkadot website. I forget the link. I had the link somewhere there. And this is it right here. They tell you, I might have to zoom in. It's not me. It's the actual website in itself that has kind of like faded font here. But let's check this out before we get to the presentation, ladies and gentlemen. So right there, winner number 1, Karura. Winner number 2, Moon River. Winner number 3, Shiden Network. And number 4, winner, Bifrost. Boom, bam, damn, thank you, madam. And then we had Acala. And by the way, it was a very hard decision for me to put Shiden second on Moon River, but I went with Moon River for the reasons being I stated many times. And this one was extremely hard. Bifrost and Acala. We did say Bifrost, as you guys just saw, and we nailed it bang on, man. Obviously, from a price perspective, Moon River did the best, right? But for me, guys, this is all infinity gains, right? You know, whether it's $1, 50 cents, 10 cents, it doesn't matter because we get back our, you know, in that case, Kusamas in 48 weeks. And in this case, our Polkadots in 48 weeks, okay? So now, maybe I got your attention if you don't know who I am. And if I don't, then, I don't know, you just don't like making money, bro. You just like watching people make money. You just like, I don't know, sitting on your couch thinking about how I'm going to make money for the rest of your life. Cool, that's fine too. It's not all about money. It's not all about money. All right, so let's check this out, guys. It's about that time. Let's get on to the presentation. Are you ready? Let me know if you're ready. I gotta take a sip. This coffee is pretty damn hot when I got it, but it's getting cold real fast. Before I do that, I think we got a super chat. I must say what's up to our people here who is giving that. Scott Monroe, thank you, Scott. $27.99. Well, hell yeah. Big hello from Alberta, Canada. People, I best thing I've done in crypto is stumble onto TCL. Right on. Thank you. I'm just reading it from my phone there, so the font's super small. Thank you so much for the kind words, Scott. You mean a lot, your support, and always tuning in here. I always notice yourself joining in the live stream, whether that be with super chats or not. I do notice you, so thank you. Okay, guys. We're going to go to the infancy stages. We're going to go to the genesis of this, at least my genesis, my experience here with Polkadot. Okay, guys? So I'm going to actually share the screen. Again, we might see some technical difficulties here as I zoom out like that. Okay, guys, do bear with me, please. As I adjust this, I'm going to populate on the screen very shortly. Get a bit bigger. Okay, this should do the trick right here. All right, now I'm going to go like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, guys. So basically, I know the font might look small to you, but don't worry. I got some touch screen shit going on here, so I could zoom in and out on this Razer 4K touch display. Costs like fucking $8,000. Holy crap! It's like the third time I'm using it. It's really for editing, but I'm gonna use it as my output here. Anyhow. So guys, what we're looking at right here is one of the resources I used to use like about a year and a few months ago, okay? When I was amazed, I was in awe with this network, with this ecosystem. So right here is pretty much the grants, right? So you get a Web3 grant for these projects onboarding into the Polkadot network or Kusama. You know, the grant pretty much states that how you have reached specific development milestones on Parity Technologies. The people who are giving out the grants, you know, they would issue it to you, right? So let's go here. As we go down, and I will zoom in, don't worry about that. Okay, so we got wave 1, which is the first quarter of 2019. That was the first ever grant that was issued, okay, guys? And it does go down all the way down. Where are we? Right here, 2021. As you can see, wave 9, 10, and 11. Okay, for those who gone to CR, I believe is in wave 10 or 11. Okay, so yeah, future should look bright for them. Anyhow, so let's head on over to, I think I could use my mouse here on this one. Yes. Let's go over to the first quarter. So we see, you know, the team, right? So sometimes you won't necessarily see the name of the project, but you'll see the name of the actual company, the entity behind the project, right? And I'm going to show you an example of that shortly. Okay, so we got ChainSafe. They were actually the first one to get it. And it's also important to note, guys, you know, it's also important to note that this doesn't necessarily have to be projects that has cryptocurrency. This could be like a service provider, right? Like on Fidelity. That's also like a service provider, okay? Yeah, they don't always all have tokens here, okay? So, yeah. All right, so we got ChainSafe. That's the name of the company. Sora Mituzu, that is who? Who is that? If anybody knows, let me know in the live chat. That is XOR, the people behind XOR, right? Okay, and this comes down all the way here. You know, we got BlockX Labs, and then we come down to the wave 2, right? So we got the likes of Robonomics, right? I think you guys are familiar with them, Starlog, and look at this right here, guys. We got Stake Technologies, right? All the way back in wave 2 of 2019. So these guys have been working. These guys have been working on this for a very long time, right? This is not something like you see a project and you're like, okay, yeah, I like it. I like the pitch deck. I like the white paper. I want to invest. And they got nothing to show. These guys are doing quite the opposite. They're developing first, then they're coming to the public, and then they're educating the public, and now it's pretty much here. Okay, so it's kind of reverse in the sense of, you know, people invest first, we read a white paper, and there's nothing really there, no substance, nothing concrete. This is not that. This is not that. To me, these are blue chips. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody has their opinion, but to me, this is like blue chips, right? Obviously, you got the Bitcoins, you got the Ethereums, and the main one, Polkadot Kusama, And then these parachains are like another tier of blue chips, in my humble opinion. That's just me. Okay? So, all right. And this goes down as I zoom out here with the touch screen and I come down. You know, look, we go to wave 4 of quarter 2019. Okay? Let's actually, you know what? Let's, for Pete's sakes, let's just go right there. Okay. So we just fast forward to wave 9, and then you're probably wondering, you're like, hey, why the hell? Oh, and there's Seor, guys. Right there. Seor. Big shout out going out to Seor. Big shout out going to Seor, guys. All right. Okay, cool. So it goes down to 2021, right? And you might see like the same project again here in 2021. Look at that. We got Acala, right? But that's not their first one. They got multiple grants. This is quite in wave 8 of 2020, okay? Acala's been here almost from the beginning, you know, one of the first movers, but they've also impressed parity with their actual development, like, as I always say, right? Connecting to the XCMP communicating messaging system, and the first with Plasm, now Astar, to connect to the testnet, okay? Those are all big deals. All right. Okay. So let's head on over to here. Another resource your boy Crypto Lifestyle used to use quite often. Okay. To all the copycats out there who want to be like TCL, I know you guys are watching this. It's all good. But here we go. This is what we call the Substrate Builders Program. Okay. This is probably widespread right now, but like a year and a half, or whatever, like a year ago, over a year ago, that wasn't the case. Okay. So the reason why I bring this up, by the way, guys, is why am I showing you all of this? Because this is the main event. Ding, 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 ding. The preliminary rounds are over. Kusama's over. This is the main event. So what does that mean? A lot of these projects are going to be contesting for a Polkadot Parachain. So what does that mean? Well, that means there's only going to be at least the first 10 or 11 are going to get it. As I showed you guys, where is it? Oh, shoot. I cut off the picture, but if I just bring this up here, it's going to mess stuff up, whatever. If I bring this up here, see at the bottom, the number 6 on everything down from there for the Kusama one, it says refunded. Okay, so even if you contribute and they didn't get the parachain, you'll get back your tokens, right? It has like nothing, like you're not going to lose your Kusama or your dots. But yeah, those projects got refunded. Okay, so to me, it's like when we actually come back over here now, look at this. This is a shit ton, and these guys are going to try to get one, secure a parachain slot. So it's going to be, you know, I don't want to say watered down, but it's going to be a little bit more research involved on your part, okay? And I'm going to try to help you guys out as much as I can. Yeah, okay? So again, this is a lot of projects that will be contesting for that. Kusama, we didn't see that much, which was somewhat surprising. I think a lot of people fell asleep on that, or maybe they were just gearing up for this, which I think is the case, okay? So as I come back here, now let's go down. We got Ape Matrix, we got Acala, of course. You guys are going to see some projects you're probably familiar with over here. Maybe I could zoom in. No, that should be good. So we got Ankar, you know, Band Protocol, all of these, Bifrost, right? Bison Trails, man, that's a nice one, but they don't got a crypto. You know, me and my research team, we've been chopping this down, bro. We were chopping this down. These projects know us very well. No, I can't say all, but the ones that we reached out to knows us very, very well. So yeah. Anyhow, Seller Network, Centrifuge, it goes on. It's a Siri Network, Chainlink. Obviously, they're using their what do you call it? Their price feed. Okay, and it goes down, and it goes down, and it goes down, and it goes down. But why am I showing you this? Well, hey, maybe you might want to come visit this page, right? And when you click right here, like, okay, let's go Injective Protocol. I'm sure you guys heard of them. They're going to give you a brief description of it. And if you click this, it should take you to their official webpage. Okay, guys? So let's read up on that. It says Injective is a layer 2 DEX that unlocks the full potential of decentralized derivatives and borderless DeFi, right? The reason why I say you guys want to come here, again, if you think you might find another gem in terms of the total supply, in terms of the previous pre-sales from the past, you might find that here, right? Because everybody's looking for the next Moon River. And what do I say? I say, don't go chasing after the money. Let that shit come to you, bro. Your gravity. Let that shit fall on your head. You see my thumbnail? I got coins falling on my head all day long. All right? That shit happens in real life too. Okay? I don't go chasing the money. The money comes chasing me. All right? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. But if you want, you could come here, scour some stuff, look at their token metrics, see if it's similar, see if it's a small supply. look at the vesting periods, if there's any current pre-sales, so on and so forth. And that's exactly what we're going to do next, okay? So let's talk about Acala. Like, we're just going to focus on the ones that I think is worth your time. Hey, look, again, I probably would pick a dark horse, meaning one that is under the radar, that isn't as popular, that could pretty much, you know, just find itself winning that horse race, so to speak, that parachain auction, okay? And Kala and Bifrost was like a horse race. Bifrost was leading the entire time. I think like the fourth to last day. Not Acala, sorry, Kala, right? Khala. They were winning last minute, and then Bifrost came back and, you know, overtook the lead. So it was like a horse race, really. And we got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, yeah, we're going to look at what Acala is, just the basics. We're going to just browse over it, and then we're going to look at some other stuff, right? We're going to look at the supply and previous sort of investment opportunities for VCs, because that's important. You guys want to know when is their vesting, right? I think most people who follow me are more so normally used to getting into these pre-sales. And, you know, when you get into those pre-sales, you already know the vesting releases. So I'm not too sure if you guys already are aware of the VCs who already got into Acala. They did a sale. I remember it was not this February that went. It was like the February or the March before that. So 2020, they did conduct one. And they just did a take flight. So we're going to get into all of that fun stuff. Okay? So Acala is the decentralized finance. And my apologies. So again, I am going through this because there's a lot of people, including myself, who is far more interested in the utility than the actual dollar value. Okay? It's obviously better when that is there. It goes up in price. But if you're using this for the ecosystem, for the utility, you're not really watching the price too much. And if you believe, like me, these are second-tier blue-chip cryptos, then why the fuck are you watching the price every day? Stop being a loser, man. Losers do that. Don't look at it every day. Go with your conviction and chill. And use the token for other things in the ecosystem to generate more funds. Make more babies out of babies, right? The profits are babies, and we want to make more babies out of those babies, okay? So we don't really care about the price right away, man. All right? So these are the different use cases, I believe. So you could actually, I believe, stake it. You could add liquidity. You could get AUSD, which is pretty much their stable coin. They'll have lending, all of that stuff in Acala. There's one thing to notice, guys. Acala has deep pockets, bro. They got deep pockets, okay? And their community, is pretty much, for the most part, Asia. Anybody who's been in crypto knows it's like, you know that saying? Oh, when their token pops off and like it's a big ass green candle, and, you know, just during the day, people be like, China's awake. China's awake. Oh, China's sleeping, right? Oh, Asia's awake. Right? The OGs from 2017 probably heard that a lot. So that's what they got going on over there. And when Karura started their crowd loan, which is, let's just call it the sister chain of Acala, same people behind it, same team, there was a tremendous amount of Kusamas coming in, bro. So they got hardcores, right? And that's what it's going to take to become a parachain. Again, I just showed you the number 6 one there, whatever it was, didn't get it, and they had to get their money refunded. It would be a shame if you only tried to get into, like, say, 1, 2, 3 parachains, and then they had to refund your money because you didn't do your research on the community, you didn't do your research on the team, you didn't do your research on certain things that would have gotten them that. That's just the first half of the research. The second half of the research is what we're about to get into here, okay? As I said, I'll try to help you guys as much as possible. So this is ICOdrops.com, old school. This is not ancient knowledge over here, okay? This is just whatever, just a form of resource. Okay, now when we scroll down here, they're going to give us some direct links, right? So instead of you just going to the website of Acala and pretty much making a mess and trying to find everything, you could just come here, and they got the, you know, the links right here that you really need, at least what I need. So as you can see right here, this is 1 billion tokens, guys, okay? Acala has 1 billion tokens, okay? Just keep that in mind. I do have another page opened up, I believe, right here. And that is the same one. Let's carry on. I'm going to close that one, actually. Let's go here. I'm going to close this. Cool. All right. So this is what we want to look at. Let's scroll down. And don't worry, I'm going to fix all of this for you guys. Okay. So let's take a read of this. This is pretty much a section from their white paper, okay? So key functions of the Akka token. Akka, and look, I don't like to read. Trust me, I don't. As a matter of fact, I love audiobooks. I would listen to an audiobook all day long over reading. But this is what it takes, right? if you're not researching, doing your due diligence on things, and you're playing with real money, and you want to rely on a guy on the internet for this for you, dude, come on, man, don't be that guy. Just don't be that guy. Okay, that's laziness, man. You have to do these things, okay? And again, I could try to help you out as much as possible, but TCL isn't around every friggin' day, second of the day. All right? So, network utility token, Akka is the native fee token for native transactions on smart contracts, and also utilized in staking for Polkadot staking for Oracle and other activities. So as you guys know, I've made a video on that on Moonriver, how to stake your Moonriver to the Polkadot, right? And our community member who won the one Moonriver did a really nice breakdown of those definitions, okay? So essentially, you'll be able to do the same here. Now, another utility use case is the governance of the network. As the governance token, Akka tokens provide their holders voting rights in treasury governance, council member election, referendum, network upgrade, risk management, and more. Example, adjustment of key risk parameters such as stability fee, liquidation ratio, collateral type, right? So that's where we get to the lending. Okay, they're going to be having their own lending similar to Avi, Compound, Konami too. All right. Let's move down because we're getting to the real meat and potatoes now, boy. Okay. So minting and distribution of Akka tokens. This is very important. So Acala team, 20.25% will be reserved for the Acala team. Okay. Okay, guys. Take a mental note. All right. Okay. Ecosystem, 5%. I personally would have liked to see more than 5%. You know, but as you guys would soon realize, this is not your regular sort of ecosystem. 5% will be reserved for ecosystem development, rewarded as grants and bounties, okay? Here we go, reserved. 11.62% will be reserved as Acala Foundation Treasury, strategic investors. This is the part that we need to see. So, a whopping 30% is going to strategic investors. Now, look, nothing's wrong with that. If it's really strategic investors, if they're going to add value, if they're going to, you know what I mean, help the project succeed, right? I'm cool with that. All right? I really am. So seed investors, 18.33%, ventures or VCs, 10.8%. Okay, guys? And I know I talk a lot about VCs here. Look, there are some good ones out there, right? In terms of like their motives. But yeah, that's far and in between. All right? So reward, when they say IPO, they're not referring to this, right? Like initial public offering. So one would say, well, seed investors and VCs are the IPOs. No, because before, what they call it now, the crowdloan or the parachain auction, this was called an IPO, like an initial parachain offering. Yeah, I believe that's what it was called, and then they changed that name for whatever reason. I guess it was way too close to the traditional financial systems IPO. They don't want that shit in there, okay, for, probably legal reasons. I don't know. Okay, so reward, 34% will be distributed as reward to IPO, which is the crowd loan participants as proposed in Section 7, and network contributors, including liquidity providers, early participants, Oracle operators, collators. Okay, so they're saying 34% is going to pretty much guys like me and you, the average Joe Blows, the guy living in a hut in Bangladesh, the guy living in a cave in South Africa, the dude living in freaking Canada right now in his unfinished basement he calls a studio. They're talking about people like me and you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that's 34%. These guys in the private sale got a whopping 29.13%. So it's great to see that they're catering for the community, right? And reserved. This is for the treasury. This is just to have funds there for any sort of emergencies or whatever it is, just to fund the project and the company. 1 second, guys. I need a refill of that black coffee. Remember, once you go black, you don't go back. Loving that dark roast. Okay, so we see that, but I like the percentages and all. We know the supply is 1 billion. Remember, when you are loaning, right? In this case, the loaning, it's about the dollar value, not the market cap. Okay, if you just joined the live stream when I said it's not about the market cap, you probably exited in half a second. But when you are investing, it's all about the market cap. When you are crowd loaning, it's all about the dollar value. It makes, not that it makes no sense, right? But if you're after the dollar and you know what I mean? You know, the market cap is super high. Like, look at Ripple, right? Something like Ripple, but the price is like what Ripple is reflecting. You're probably not gonna like that if you're in for the dollar value side. If you're in for the utility, you probably wouldn't give a shit. I'm in for both, really, you know, mainly the utility more than anything. Okay, so cool, but we want to know the vesting. Where is the vesting periods? I don't see that. So they did say something about section 7. Let's go check that out, guys. Okay, so this is section 4. I'm going to scoot down all the way here. Okay, like, yo, could somebody break that shit down for me? That shit down? That shit down for me? Could somebody break that down for me, please? All that Albert Einstein stuff, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. It's like this is what I tell people, right? Like, when you're reading these white papers and these token economics, you don't gotta read every single line, really. Like, not me. I just need to go to 2 pieces of information, 2 sections, and that's it. It's like a light bulb. I don't need to know how to fucking be an electrician to friggin' operate it. Just flick a switch. That's all I need to do. And then I can walk down the steps and make my videos here in my unfinished basement I like to call the studio. Okay, cool. So let's go down to number 7. Quite a bit here, guys. Okay, here we go. Hopefully, and again, I didn't really break all of this down, you know, by myself. So I'm reading this pretty much in real time for the most part. Distribution of Akka tokens as IPO reward. So they're talking about us, man. I want to know about the guys before us, right? One would think they're vested. If anybody has a link to that, let me know. But yeah, I mean, don't seem I could pull that up. But let's just read this. The Akka token reserved as IPO reward are planned to be distributed to IPO participants during the first 6 years. It is obvious that these Akka tokens would be better distributed in a frequent small batches rather than a large lump sum. Duh. At beginning of each round of parachain lease. Which would lead to sudden large shifts in Akka supply, causing unfavorable large price fluctuations as shown below. So, you know, this is cool and everything, but we really want to know, again, we want to know the VC's vesting and the private sale vesting, right? Like, look, to be honest with you guys, no matter what it is, I still would just grab these, you know, because again, what I tell y'all, for me personally, everybody's situation is different, or sentiment or line of thinking. I'm not too worried like about the price right now or care about, hey, look, if it does a nice little, you know, 500,000 bucks a pop, yo, great. But for me, I want to use these tokens, right? So yes, the vesting is extremely important, but if I want to actually put this into the ecosystem and make that go to work, that's my main priority, to be honest. Okay, guys? So it appears that we don't have information on that. However, our next one will have information on that. Okay, hold on. What is this now? Okay. All right. Okay. So this was another sale they did, and that's what ICO Drops is talking about. By the way, I don't use ICO Drops for my resources. It just came to mind today. But yeah. So, no, they didn't mention them there. That was a Moonbeam, which we'll get to shortly. So this was another sort of sale they just recently conducted, which was to take flight. I think some of the people in our chat got in. Hold on, guys. Let me zoom in a little bit better for y'all. Cool. All right. So I'm going to scroll down here. They're just telling you about the KYC things. All right. So round 1 was dubbed Old Friends. Okay. For verified users who are also on Acala Old Friend NFT holder. I think I got a freaking NFT. A Karura one they gave me. Okay. So where is the vesting here? I think it's somewhere down here. And they did a round 2 after that. Okay. Open community. And I think we get some more insights here. So event details. Registration date, we don't care. Round 1, okay, we don't care about that either. We don't care about that. Akka token supply 1 billion. That's have already been confirmed. Let us go down here. All right, here we go. I think this is the spot we're looking for. All right, so round 1 details. They paid 0.032 dot, okay, per token. And individual purchase caps 20 dot to maximum 40 dots. Okay. There we go. Oh, no, that's something else. Okay. So let's just say everybody did the maximum. And let's just say DOT was at about, it was probably around 30 bucks around that time. Okay. So we're looking at a 1,200 max amount for these individuals to get in. Okay. $1,200 max. Okay. Roughly. No lockup. What the hell? Akka lockup, no lockup, vest over 3 months. How, like, oh, okay, so they probably get like about a 25% on a TGE, and then 3 months later they get the remaining 75% per month. Okay, that's what I'm getting out of that. You guys can interpret that differently too. As I said, I'm not a guru. I'm just a dude on the internet. Okay, and I mean that's nominal, but then again, how much was going towards them? Is it here? The overall percent, I think, was in this part, right, guys? Let me see the overall percent. Yeah, they didn't really break that side down for us. The distribution, they talk about this, and I think at the top here, I'm not too sure if they put the take flight into this section here, right? When they talked about 29 point whatever percent right here. 29.13%. That has to be those seed investors. No, that's not them. I know that sale when it took place. Yeah, so those metrics aren't really stipulated within this part unless it's the seed investors, right? We're talking about the take flight. Okay, guys. So round 2 started that date. We don't care. Let me go down here. Okay, round 2. Minimum 50 to 80 dots. Okay, you guys see that right here? Right here. Okay. No lockup vested over 3 months. Cool. We could do some basic math on that just to get perspective, right? It's all about visualizing it. We're going to times that by 32. So they got 2,400. The other people got 1,200 max. It looks like it's a nominal amount here, but again, right? I'm not nitpicking. I know the value of this. I'm gunning for this no matter what. Okay, I'll probably do a YouTube short video again since it worked really well in my favor the last time for Kusama. I'll make another YouTube short video with my picks in order. And let me tell you something right now. If it ain't broken, why fix it, broskies? Why fix it? Hint, hint. Hint, hint. That's me foreshadowing my picks. Cool? All right. Let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat thus far. We got quite a few people here. Thank you for joining us. The only channel that gets it right time and time again. Congratulations. You took action. You're sitting your butt down in that chair, taking in that. You guys ever see that guy on YouTube? He's like, infinite waters diving deep once again. I'm just out here in nature, breathing in that good-ass prana. You ever see that guy, that black English guy? Yeah. You guys are breathing in that good-ass knowledge prana right now here with your boy, TCL. All right, just want to say what's up to St. Nick, who says, yo, thank you for joining. We got William West up in the house, too, just joining us. Hope you guys are learning here, man. I hope you guys are learning. All right. So let me head back on over to this one. Let's head on over to Moonbeam. So, guys, not conclusion, but to reiterate this, what we just went over, essentially, yes, there were a couple of sales. It looks like about a 30% was given. Let's just call it 30% was given to previous investors. Okay, there are lockup periods. Well, for this one, not so much, but I don't think there was a large sum going to the take flight. They had maximum caps of 2,400. Now, if you're going to be doing the crowd loan, you're going to get a far more maximum cap than that. Okay, so I believe for Moon River, I did about 100 Kusamas. And for Kairura, I did like 140. Can't remember. Yeah. Okay, so that's a heck of a lot more than this. So I got my eyes locked and loaded on that. Moving on to the Moonbeam and back. Shit. If you took action when I showed you guys how to crowd loan for Moon River, give me a hell yeah in that damn live chat. And congratulations to you, because your ass took action. All right, here we go. So this is where it's kind of weird, right? So again, we're not relying on ICO drops, ladies and gentlemen. They state here, they don't really tell us the total supply, but they're saying the fundraising goal was 80 billion, that is? Yeah, 80 billion or million? Oh, million. 80 million, 80 billion, rascals. I'm like, yo, screw that then. I ain't getting no Moonbeam. No, I'm just playing. But even at that supply, I probably would still get it. But anyhow, so that's 18 million tokens there that they conducted in a sale, okay? Upon further research, this is what I got here, right? They're actually referring to the take flight, okay? So we're going to look at this. Maybe my big head's in the way. All right, so let's take a look at this. So deployment network, Moonbeam, cool. Small unit, whatever. Relay chain, Polkadot. Genesis token supply, as you can see right here, 1 billion is the supply. with an annual inflation rate of 5% uncapped supply. Excuse me. Okay. Anticipated launch Q3 of 2021. We are technically still in Q3, right? October, November, December. Yeah, we are. We're technically still in Q3. So one is led to believe this might happen. And look at this. 80% burn, 20% to treasury. What? No way. I don't believe that. Dude, if that's the case, one thing I got to admit, like as you guys saw, there are a lot of corporations and businesses, like legitimate ones, right, that is behind this. So Stake Technologies, that's the business entity behind Astar, which we'll get to shortly. Okay, but Moonbeam and Moon River, I gotta be honest, I love them all, but these guys come across to me much more decentralized in the sense of they're about the community driven. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys something that really ignited my heart as I was pulling this up. Okay, so let's get to the real meat and potatoes, and look at this. You know what I love about Moonbeam too is they're not hiding any information. I mean, hey, look, I'm not saying Acala is hiding anything, because I'm sure they're not. They got nothing to hide. That's a prestigious project, but it was very hard for me to find this information. Hey, maybe, you know, I did a half-assed job of trying to locate that, because I'm sure it's somewhere readily available somewhere. But as of now, I don't have that for you, okay? So let's go over this. This is important. Again, if we're talking about price, guys, if we're talking about price, you want to pay attention to this, okay? So let's carry on here. We're not going to read that. So this is for Glimmer, right, which is Moonbeam's native token. So seed funding, that's going to be, I guess, here. Yep. And so on and so forth. We're going to break this down. So this is a well-detailed pie chart, pie graph. And, yeah, allocation details. I do apologize if I'm blocking any information. So I'll just go zoom. Here we go. Cool. All right, seed funding. Let's start there, okay? So 14% of the overall supply has gone there. 140 million tokens. Seed funding completed September 2020. Subject to 24-month vesting schedule. Awesome. With a 3-month cliff and equal vesting in months. So 14% of the supply went to the seed funding guys, and they are exposed to vesting, tranches over here. Okay, as we can see. 3-month cliff. So if it was to start today, go live today, they don't see tokens for another 3 months. Okay, guys? That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay? Let's go to the strategic funding. All right? So 12% of the supply is going to these guys now. And strategic funding completed in March of 2021. Now, let me back up for a sec. So the reason why I got all like, I don't know if you guys saw my emotion, because I literally was this close of getting into the damn pre-sale. I forgot what happened. I was in talks with the marketing lady, very nice woman. Forgot your name, sorry. But yeah, I was in talks with her, and she was like, oh yeah, you got a really cool channel and all these things, and yeah, let's make this happen. And forgot what happened, man. Forgot what happened. But hey, here we are today. The crowd loan's still here. But I did miss out on that opportunity for whatever reason being. All right, so this took place March 2021. Yeah, that was not... Okay, subject to 12-month vesting, schedule with a 2-month cliff and equal vesting in months 3 to 12. Okay, so basically, these guys are going to be vested for 2 years, bro. 2 years. The guys at the top, the seed funding guys. The strategic guys are pretty much vested for a year. Okay, so that's very reasonable. I mean, I would love to know the percentages, but we could just work out that math, right? That looks like it is. That should be something around maybe 12%. 12% or so, roughly, a month, give or take. Okay, I can live with that. Take flight. Here we go. Subject to 40-day lock with no vesting schedule. So again, some of our community members were able to do that. Congratulations to you guys, but you guys do have a 40-day lock with no vesting schedule. Details subject to change. What? How does that make sense? Subject to 40-day lock. Okay, so I guess you're gonna get 100% after a month and a half, or whatever, 40 days. Okay, so that means they don't get tokens on day 1. Okay, right? So parachain bond funding, here we go, 17%. That's where we come into the frame. All right, so 17%, that's actually more than any one of these rounds by 3%, right? But 3% of a supply is a lot. That's a lot. So I'm very pleased with that, okay? So we're getting 17% like everybody. It's a shared pool, so to speak. Tokens under foundation control to be used to pay for the dots required for the Moonbeam Parachain slot years 1 to 6. These payments may take the form of interest payments to borrow dots for the required parachain bond or rewards for crowdloan participants. These funds will act as a backstop to ensure that our parachain slot is funded for years 1 to 6. Interesting. Unused funds can be used for other Foundation protocol adoption and initiatives. Okay, guys, so that is cool because most of that is coming towards us. All right, and there are vesting. I believe it's like 30% we get, and then the remainder is vested, similar to how we did it with Moon River and the Kusama Parachains. Okay, and we could go down some more here. So the parachain bond funding, oh sorry, we already did that. The parachain bond reserve, rather, 0.5% on-chain funds to be used for parachain bond purposes. Part of the supply inflation goes into the fund, so on and so forth. They got the treasury, which we've already touched up on, long-term protocol. So this is what I mean. It's a little bit different here because this ecosystem has a lot of things going on: liquidity programs, long-term protocols, and treasury is pretty standard. Developer adoption program. So if any developers wanted to really learn this, through Moonbeam, hey, look, well, they got that as well. They're gonna save some of the supply there for them and do what they gotta do, similar to a grant, maybe, who knows. But they got some tokens for them, right? Key partners and advisors, pure stake early backers, blah 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 blah. Okay, and it does go on. 6-month cliff and monthly vesting. So it's very, very fair. Okay, guys. So we know the supply, which is, did we? Yeah, we did. We went over that, right? That's 1 billion. We've seen that they had seed funding, strategic funding. We know at least most of the information. We can work out the math on what the percent per month vested is. But with the 3-month cliff, yes, that's very reasonable. 2-month cliff, that's reasonable. With the percent, that's reasonable. Okay. You know what else is extremely reasonable? What I love? Check this out. Moonbeam Foundation. Watch this, guys. Moonbeam Foundation announces take flight community. I'm pretty sure it's on this one. Okay, so this is the take flight, pretty much the metrics, right? Lock up 40 days, and then from Glimmer Network launch. So that's TGE. So pretty much you guys want to see tokens if you go into this for the next 40 days once TGE starts. Okay, token accepted. We don't care about that. I really wanted to show you guys something here. I hope I still... Okay, check this out, guys. Check this out. Check this out. Look at this. Bam. Bam. Bada bing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What did you... See what I love? I love me some Moon River and I love me some Moonbeam. They're not about creating whales, bro. Clearly they're not. Clearly. Right? Just ask anybody who gone to Moon River. There was no pre-sales, there was no whales, and it was all community driven. And for them to say that... For them to just say that, bro, like, come on, man. What project says that? Other than me trying to tell projects this. Why are you creating whales for, bro? Why? Why? Do you care about your token price discovery at launch? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's very, very, refreshing to see projects knows what's up. So let's read that. All right. So in effort to make the event inclusive as fair as possible, the Moonbeam Foundation has added these parameters. No whales, so there is a low threshold for the maximum contribution. So this is take flight. Large funds cannot swap and take a huge allocation. So this is them just trying to be fair with everybody who want to get into this before the crowd loan. Okay. Low minimums. The minimum contribution is quite low, so that event is inclusive of more community members with varying abilities to contribute. All right. Subsequential staggered rounds, so on and so forth. Okay, guys. So I just really wanted to point that out. Let me know if you guys appreciate some Moonbeam and what they had to say about no whales, what they did with Moon River, and how that token just pretty much caught the crypto space by surprise. Not us though. Not us. We always catch everybody by surprise, just like we're about to do with Polka X going on right here, if you know what I'm saying. All right, guys. Once again, this isn't going to be one of those where I spend a lot of time in the live chat. This is straight fire information, all right? This is quality at its best, and we've been live for 48 freaking minutes. Holy crap. All right, let's get to this. So again, this is Astar, guys. I personally am only showing you the ones that I think is worth your time. Not to say the others aren't worth your time, but if I had to choose 3 right off the bat, why fix it if it isn't broken? We're going back to the well where the water's at, all right? We're going back to the well. Here we go. So this is Astar's official homepage. Oops, sorry. I got to switch my mouse back to this computer. All right. Building the premier multi-chain smart contract hub. I did a nice little live stream, casual live stream about Astar in my car. and we went over the things like, you know, the people that are investing into them, right? So we had the likes of Binance, Binance Labs, and a couple other big players. I think, no, was it Pantera? I don't think Pantera was one. There's a couple other big players, right? And as I told you guys in that live stream, you know, where whatever CZ is doing, I pay very close attention. But also more importantly is, again, I'll repeat myself for those who weren't there. Pretty much Polkadot does not operate natively with smart contracts, and they need another blockchain to do that for them. And this is it here. This is one of the first movers. As you guys saw, where were we? Back here in the grants. If I scroll all the way back up here, and if we go to wave 2, right, we're going to see Stake Technologies, right? Right there. Stake Technologies. That is the Plasma Network. Okay? That is Soda Watanabe's company. And a big shout out going out to Soda, Martin, Young Sukang. You guys are going to build something very special. You know, I've interviewed you, Soda. Showed everybody how to do the lock drop over a year ago. And hey, man, congratulations for your hard work. It's finally here. Your team's been working extremely hard. And I'm really looking forward to see PolkaX going live on Shidden and Astar as well. Yeah, slowly but surely, but it will happen. All right. Okay. So Astar token transactions. Every on-chain transaction takes fees. On-chain governance. Astar token is used for facilitating governance. So this is essentially the use cases, okay? Activities such as voting and, what was that? Referenda. Staking. Astar token holders can stake Astar tokens on DApp as well as network. By doing so, the staker can earn Astar tokens, okay? Once again, I'm gonna just touch up on something quickly, but layer 2 application developers make a deposit on their layer 1 smart contract and create layer 2 applications. So this is what I will tell you guys. Not that I'm not a fan of yield farming. I am. I mean, like, hey, look, you know, as long as you're, you know, you want to light a candle, you just gotta know how to do it. Just don't get burned, right? So it's not that I'm against it, but for me personally, I think there's an opportunity. Our good old boy team member Luigi's on this all the time, but you know, you found another yield. It was like a staking for your Moon Rivers that had a higher APY. Turns out the site is legit, but the thing is to yield farm it, right? They got a plethora of different type of rewards. USDC, they got, you know, other cryptos, whatever, and the APY it's not bad. But the problem with that is this: for me personally, when you're staking, at least there's very little risk, right? Other than the smart contract being compromised some way, somehow, because now I am not yield farming, which means the impermanent loss is not going to affect me. I don't have to worry about that. So if I was to stake, say, a token like Moon River that went to the bottom yesterday of like $300, $320, whatever it was, and I were to, you know, add liquidity to the USDC Moon River pool, and when Moon River starts to go back up, when the market gets green and every other cryptocurrency is pretty much down, but when that starts to go back up, the impermanent loss is going to hit us, right? Because one token is outperforming the other one dramatically. Stablecoin ain't going to go nowhere, man. Although it does move a few cents here and there, right? If you guys ever watch your Etherscan, you'll see like 1.02 cents sometimes. Like, what the hell? or 0.97 cents. But you get my point. So now, yes, the APY might be higher, right? Hey, look, if that's the path you want to take, nothing's wrong with that. But just be aware of what you're doing. That's all. But if I were to actually take those Moon Rivers and go to the apps.moonriver.com, I think it is, or moonriver.network, right? And I just stake my Moon Rivers. I'm also getting Moon River tokens, or increments of it without having to worry about impermanent loss. Okay, if that makes sense, right? Now, if you were to do Moon River with, say, another token, you know, that got hit and you think it's going to go up when markets gets green again or something, then okay, cool. Or if it's something where you think Moon River, like for example, when it was at, you know, before the dip, before this last little bloodbath that took place the past 2 days, and it was staying very, you know, holding strong at $380, and you wanted the USDC because you think it'll just stay there or slightly go up, those are the things you might want to look into. But for me personally, I can only talk about for myself. I will be doing staking, not so much adding liquidity to that, right? And it's, again, that's just me. I might be wrong. I don't know, but that's just me, okay? Okay, cool. So, yeah. Binance Labs. Yep. Oh, this is a big one, too. I think this is a Japanese one. Cool. I just saw something that almost made me piss my pants. Okay, guys. So, let's carry on over here. All right, to the real meat and potatoes. All right, lock drop. I should bring up that lock drop video of TCL. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I gotta just switch my keyboard. Right, and I'm gonna go Plasm, PLES Plasm Network, lock drop. And I believe, yep, I came up. And here it is, guys. I'll just share this with you. If you ever wanted to get into a Polkadot Parachain coin at the ground level but couldn't, whether that was due to the fact... Okay, I know you can't hear the volume, but I said if you ever wanted to get into a Polkadot Parachain token project at the ground level, and you're not a VC, this is your chance. That's what I pretty much said there. And hey, look, if you... Again, right, this video is a... Okay, we're just going to have to go through this. Hopefully it stops soon. We're a bit choppy, guys. All right, I think we are back. I do apologize. That's the beautiful thing of live streams, guys. Get the real deal. All right. Let me know if we're back. Please confirm. We are back. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we are back. So as I was saying there, right, like with these things a year ago, with the Polkadot, with the Kusama 1 to 4, picking that, it's like me telling you guys, watch this. Like I just said, hey, look, I'm going to call my punch and watch it land. That's literally what's happening there. Okay, guys, we're just touching up. We're finishing up over here. So let me go on to this guy here. All right. So the lock drop. If you already have Plasma tokens, let me know in the live chat, or if you're watching the replay, you can let me know there as well. Okay, so here we go. So lock drop, that's the video I just showed you guys that took place over a year ago. The lock drops happened when Astar Network was named Plasma Network. We will not rebrand this page because this happened in the past. Fair enough. Okie dokie. Cool. All right. So let's head on over to... Someone's pissing me off right now, but let's go to this one here, Astar token allocation. Okay, this is going to give us further insights into these metrics. Okay, guys, here we go. Do a little zoom there for y'all. Cool. And we're going to read that pie chart right there. Okay, so the team gets 5%. Institutional investors, as I told you, Binance Labs and those guys, 10%. Marketing, 5%. On-chain DAO, 5%. Protocol development, 10%. Parachain auction reserve, 5%. Parachain auctions, however, 30%. Overwhelming majority is going to that sector, which is the parachain, the parachain auctions. That's what we're gunning for. That's what we're looking at right here, right now. Existing users, mainly lockjaw participants, bro. So for lockjaw participants, again, why do I like this? Because the majority of the supply is going to the people, to the community, from a project that's been working since 2019, as I showed you guys over here in the damn, the wave. As you can see here, second quarter of 2019, and then Stake Technologies. That is our good old friends over at Astar, formerly known as Plasm. Okay, so 60% is pretty much going to the people. All right, and then they got some other, institutional investors. Team is getting a team. Look at this, right? And we got to point this out. The Astar team is only taking 5% of the supply. The Acala team is taking, like, I think 20. Now look, there's different levels of decentralization. I get it, or centralization in this case. For me personally, I don't nitpick on those little things. But hey, that's up to you to decide. 20% to 5%. Which one do you favor? I'm not saying, like, look, if they're building this thing and they, these team members deserve to be rewarded, right? So I'm okay with them getting 20%. A lot of people will say that's way too much. But hey, Astar is showing us something different. Hey, look, we've been working since 2019 and we're only giving ourselves 5% of the supply. So I got to respect that. Okay? Cool. So we're going to go down here and let's go there. All right. So, users to be announced. We have done 2 lock drops with Ethereum, and I've showed you guys that a long time ago. So, essentially, we already got Plasm tokens or Astar tokens. But guess what? I think I'm going to go for some more. I'm not satisfied. That was a year ago. My belly's starting to growl now a year later for some more. Okay, so more than 150,000 Ethereum had been locked on our smart contract in 2 months. We issue tokens based on the opportunity cost, operation costs. Our lock drop is not an ICO. That's when you know they're OGs. Who the hell uses ICO in 2021 in crypto? But hey, I guess whatever. Yeah, or investments, but a sort of staking. Okay, guys, so it's not a pre-sale. It's not a token sale. It's essentially a form of staking. Okay, Now, parachain auctions. To become a Polkadot parachain, we collect dots from the community and issue Astar tokens as reward. 30% is prepared for the crowd loans of the parachain lease offering, okay? As I showed you guys in the chart above, which is the majority. When I say majority, you know, that sector gets a lot more tokens than the others, right? Okay, and the other lock drop, and the other sector that matches that is the lock drop sector, which is pretty much the same people as the crowd loan. So they're all about the people. I can't stress that enough. Look at Moon River, all about the people. Can't stress that enough. Moonbeam, all about the people. Acala too, right? They're doing a crowd loan. Just because they're getting 15% more of the supply than, you know, Astar doesn't mean anything. You know, I love them all, really. It's just, you know, there's certain areas that I like more about certain, you know, the 3 projects. Funds to be for future parachain lease auction. Okay, cool. Then do they give us more insights? Yeah, I think that's it for the most part. I mean, we don't got to read that, right? It's pretty much what we went over in the pie chart. Okay, shit and allocation, staking liquidity, inflation model. We don't gotta go through all of that. Okay, guys. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all, really, in regards to, you know, what's up. But before I do that, let me just come back here. Boom, boom, bump, bump. Don't worry, in the future I won't have to do all this shit. All this zooming and fucking coming out, all that BS. Alright, ladies and... Oh shit, that's behind me, my bad. There we go. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. Alright, guys, that's all I have for y'all. I hope you learned something here, okay, about what's going on. Maybe tomorrow, I will pretty much drop a shorts telling you guys the top 3 or 4 that I'm going for. I might have a dark horse, so maybe make another video on that thereafter, okay? Now, if you like the value I provided here, if you learned something, please smash that like button. You know, this is what we do here on this channel. We try to educate the average Joe on the things that really matter the most in the cryptocurrency space, providing real value, trying to have a positive impact into people's lives physically, okay, and morally. All right, guys, and that's what this channel is about: decentralization, sharing the knowledge. Hey, I try to share the wealth too. What could I say? So you know what? There ain't really much left to see other than until my next videos on the Polkadot Parachain. You're on your own, bro. Later.